Ah, thank you, Mr. Mortis, for your assistance in this matter. You have helped both us and the cause of Adaidus. We will ensure that this criminal will be punished.
Only too pleased to help.
Do you know this man?
Not at all. I caught him skulking about my school. I run a tight ship here, you know. I could tell him and his friend are up to no good.
You liar!
Silence!
Criminals, are they?
The man is, yes. We do not know about his accomplice.
Well, she seems fairly harmless. You could leave her here with me if you like.
How low can you stoop? You do realise that Steve's now facing your punishment, don't you? So what have you been up to all this time? The last few connections have been made, Simon.
Good work. Now we can find out if we have the right man. And to learn a bit more about his background, perhaps.
As for you, Mr. Dickens, you're fired. Consider this your P45.
Sir, Miss Rickson wants to see the prisoner.
Not at all. Not until after the body scan. I will not have her life risked anymore. She's too precious. Tell her to stay in her quarters.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sazin. Prepare the full body scan.
You know that they're soon going to realise that Steve's innocent, don't you? I must admit, I'm quite impressed at how you established yourself as the new caretaker here so quickly. I take it that you were the reason for your predecessor's demise? Mr. Mortis.
What are you doing, you jackal? Well done, Brooklyn. You've just earned yourself a whole case of Ribena.
A whole case? Kiss my face.
Now, enough of that. If you would just be so good as to tie Miss Brown up here. Keep her in my office. Yes, my dear. It was clever of me to conceal myself here. What better place to work from when trying to distort the minds of children?
Get off me!
Unusual diaphragm. And 3 lungs, see? And a wound healing on his left leg.
Yes, but all the proof we need is here. He's a Millstone. He must be our man.
I tell you, I'm not your man. My name is Stephen Brown. I've never even been to your world. This is simply a case of mistaken identities.
I'm afraid there is no mistake. A Millstone on a planet full of Terranians. I'm sorry, but the chase ends here.
I tell you, I'm innocent!
The political mayhem that you caused on Adaidus has caused a faction. Our peace-loving world has now been halved, with one half firmly against the other. War rages on now, even as we speak. How much longer will the chaos and the bloodshed that your actions have caused continue for? We will take you back there where you will face your trial.
How much longer shall I wait in that little tiny room?
This is the death.
No, it's not. That's not the man.
What?
I saw Death. He killed my father. This isn't him.
Adaidus was just a hobby, really. Bit of fun to keep me amused, you know. I just wanted to see what would happen if a silent third party stirred a few things up, you know. Basically all I did was insinuate that certain officials and their counterparts were up to dodgy dealings. You know, set the red ants against the black ants. All quite fun, actually. I just sort of stood back at the end of it all and just watched things get out of hand. And boy, do they get out of hand. Civil war, in fact. Good fun.
Oh yeah! Well, good fun.
You are barking mad. You mean you did all of this just to keep yourself amused? So what's your latest harebrained scheme then?
This? It's just a little experiment. Trying out a few methods, that's all.
To reach what end?
He's going to overthrow education.
Would you like to tell her all my secrets?
Well, actually, it's this one time at Bangkok.
It was a rhetorical question. Let's just put it this way, my dear. I'm going to put mankind's future in jeopardy. I'm in no rush, though. Takes all the fun out of it, you know. As I said, this school is just an experiment. A guinea pig. Eventually I plan to take over schools all over the country.
Thank you. For everything.
So, if you're not the Death, who are you and what are you doing so far from home?
I'm ashamed to say the Death is the same race as me. He too is from Rubat. I've been able to foil many of his plans before. He's my sworn enemy.
Did you follow him to Earth?
Well, not at all. Ours was a chance meeting. I have family on Earth. I was visiting them with my sister Lizzie, who we've left on Earth with the Death.
Well, will you help us to capture the Death? And perhaps we could then help you rescue Lizzie.
Of course we will, but it's a race against time. Even as we speak now, he may be taking over the minds of more and more children.
So we have wasted enough time here, Simon.
Agreed, we must move out. Sarah?
I'm coming too, and nothing you say will change my mind.
But
Nothing. We don't want you catching the wrong man again, do we?
Allow me to introduce you to my new mind amplifier machine. Lachlan, this is your opportunity to get your grubby little hands on Miss Brown here. No, to attach the wires to her head.
Ah,
I really don't think this is such a good idea. Maybe perhaps I should be going. No! No! Get off me!
what now? Shh!
Shh! I can hear struggling.
Where from?
Over here.
There, much better. Not meaning to be too insulting, my dear, but you do rather like the sound of your own voice. A little too much for my liking. Now, Lachlan, it's playtime.
it's playtime.
Are you okay? I feel ever so lightheaded. I think I'm going to be sick.
Get her outside!
Are you alright?
Yes! Quick, he's getting away outside!
I don't think you can stay here because you can't.
Well, just leave us alone. Can't you see she's ill?
Her sickness will be a lot worse once I'm finished with you. Does your stomach churn at the sound of blood?
Robo, quick, two's a big lot.